Novak Djokovic missed the Australian Open after being deported ahead of the tournament. Novak Djokovic has admitted he was sad and disappointed to miss the Australian Open last month. Djokovic was favourite to land the title for a record-extending 10th time but was deported from Australia ahead of the tournament after an 11-day battle to stay in the country. "I was really sad and disappointed with the way it all ended for me in Australia," he admitted. "It wasn't easy." Djokovic had previously been given permission to play at the Australian Open as he was handed a medical exemption, despite the fact he isn't vaccinated against COVID. But when he arrived in Melbourne, he was apprehended by Australia Border Force, who deemed his exemption to be invalid. The Serbian was sent to a state-run immigration facility hours after landing down under, before winning an appeal against the decision to send him home. But Australia's Immigration Minister Alex Hawke subsequently exercised his right to personally revoke Djokovic's visa himself. And following a second appeal, which was ultimately unsuccessful, the men's world number one was forced to leave the country. Djokovic had submitted his medical exemption request anonymously and it was accepted by two independent panels. The 34-year-old's travel declaration did include an error, however. But Djokovic maintains that his deportation ultimately had nothing to do with the fact he isn't vaccinated. The visa declaration error was not deliberately made, Djokovic continued. It was accepted and confirmed by the federal court and the minister himself in the Ministry for Immigration in Australia. So actually, what people probably don't know is that I was not deported from Australia on the basis that I was not vaccinated, or I broke any rules, or that I made an error in my visa declaration. All of that was actually approved and validated by the Federal Court of Australia and the Minister for Immigration. The reason why I was deported from Australia was because the Minister for Immigration used his discretion to cancel my visa based on his perception that I might create some anti-vax sentiment in the country or in the city, which I completely disagree with. Djokovic's absence down under paved the way for his arch-rival Rafael Nadal to move clear at the top of the all-time title standings. Ahead of the Australian Open, Djokovic, Nadal and Roger Federer had all won 20 Grand Slams. But Nadal defeated Daniil Medvedev in the final after coming back from a 2-set deficit. Djokovic is still leading the world rankings and enjoyed a productive year in 2021 as he won 3 Grand Slams. So the Serb will be confident of landing more titles this year if he is allowed to play at the upcoming majors.